Hello, great people. Two videos are currently trending, one of Seyi Tinubu, the other of Mr. Peter Obi being embarrassed at the inauguration of Pope Leo. You will recall that the Pope was recently inaugurated in Rome and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. Peter Obi, Kayode Fayemi and other dignitaries were in attendance. Now, there are two videos that are trending, one of Seyi Tinubu and one of Mr. Peter Obi, and the videos appears to be somewhat embarrassing. On this episode, I will be playing you the video, then we'll be reviewing that video and we'll be analyzing the associated issues. But first, I must tell you that I need your brain in this video because I will be dissecting it from my own lens and I need your input about what you think in as regards the video. If you agree with me, I would like you to say yes, I agree, and you will state your area of disagreement. But I will be dissecting it for you on this episode of Politin. First, let us go and watch that of Seyi Tinubu. We will dissect that of Seyi Tinubu first, then we'll go to the one of Mr. Peter Obi. Let us go and watch that of Seyi Tinubu, then we'll come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it. There you have it. You just watch the trending video of Seyi Tinubu and you can see that while Seyi Tinubu was trying to make an attempt to go to the Pope, the usher said, no, you cannot gain access to the Pope. Rather, you should go this way. And what can you detect in that particular video? I look forward to your comment in the comment section. Like I said, this is a participatory video. I want to hear from you. I want to read your perspective as regards this video of Seyi Tinubu. And don't forget that I will soon be playing the one of Mr. Peter Obi where he was allegedly denied access to the VVIP section. But when I saw Seyi Tinubu in Rome, I thought of it that is Seyi Tinubu a Catholic, in the sense that you cannot be following your father all over the place. Well, if you disagree with me, I will ask you that if your father is a general manager of a bank, if your bank is a bank manager, will you be following your dad to work? If your dad is a bricklayer, will you be following him to work? If your dad is an engineer, will you be following him to site? So let us look at it very well. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Rome is on an official duty representing Nigeria and Nigerians. He is there in his capacity based as the leader of the delegation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not in his private capacity. So he is there on what we can call an official duty. So is it right for you to be escorting your father on official duty? And if this is the first time that Seyi Tinubu is making appearances in his father's official engagement, it would have been a different issue. You will recall that when Justice Kudirat Kekere-Ekun was being sworn in, Seyi Tinubu was there present. There was a time that there were reports that Seyi Tinubu was present at the Federal Executive Council meeting. An high-profile meeting like that where decisions about Nigeria and Nigerians will be taken, Seyi Tinubu was allegedly present. So why is it that when his father is doing an official engagement, he is always present? And that's why I asked that if your father is a bank manager and is going to work, will you follow him to work? That's the way I see it. But then again, it will be excusable if Seyi Tinubu is a Catholic. We can say that, okay, if Seyi Tinubu is a Catholic, then it is understandable that, let him use the opportunity to follow his father. But apparently, Seyi Tinubu doesn't seem to be a Catholic in the sense that his father is a Muslim. And Remi Tinubu, I don't know whether Remi Tinubu is his mother, but Remi Tinubu is a Redeemer. She attends Redeemed Christian Church of God and she's a pastor in the Redeemed Church. So Seyi Tinubu is apparently not a Catholic. And let us imagine it that you decide to escort your father to the event. Must you escort him to greet the Pope? Does your father not have his own official aides? So why take over the role and the position of your father's official aides? Your father have people that are on the payroll of government that are to guide and protect him. So why are those people not present? Why are you the one that is right behind your father when your father has his official aides? Do you usurp the power of those aides at that point in time? So if you look at it very well, why do you follow your father to Rome? That is questionable. Then where are the aides, the official aides of your father, people that are supposed to secure your father anywhere and everywhere he goes? And another thing is that from that particular video, I think Seyi Tinubu is unable to distinguish between the president and the president's son. You cannot expect the privilege of your father. You cannot expect the respect of your father. Presidential privilege is not transferable. Nigeria can only have one president. Same for other countries. Your father is the president. So presidential privilege is not transferable. In this case, it is your father that has the right to go and meet the Pope, to kind of like shake hands with the Pope and have some brief congratulatory message or discussion with the Pope. That kind of right, that kind of privilege is not transferable. Your father is the president. The big question is, who are you? If we look at it very well, in this instance, with profound respect to you, you are a nobody. So you cannot expect that what your father enjoy is what you will enjoy, except in Nigeria, that people can overlook. If your father go this way and you decide to go this way, people will be afraid that, oh, if they rebuke you or if they restrict you, it can come with serious consequence. You can even go and initiate their sack. But in Rome, nobody knows you. And if the ushers act anyway, there's no consequence attached to it. So I think that Seyi Tinubu should realize that although Bola Ahmed Tinubu is your father, but presidential privilege is not transferable, and those always expect the respect that is given to your father. And another thing is that, did Seyi not observe those that greeted the Pope before his father? In the sense that, it was his father the first person that greeted the Pope, he should have observed that it is only high-profile people that are greeting the Pope and others are going the other way. I think Seyi Tinubu should have observed that and saved himself of that embarrassment. And on a final note, I just hope that the person that recorded that video won't be sanctioned. I just hope so, because the person that recorded that video apparently would be one of the aides or appointees of the president. So the person that released that video would not know that that video will cause embarrassment to Seyi Tinubu, because like the Delta State nursing student, you will recall the "Na Your Mama Be This" video. That lady that released the video on social media failed her final year examination. You will recall that Delta State government, first withdrew the query that was given to the lady, as at that time Delta State was a PDP state. All of a sudden, political magic happened. Delta State is now an APC state, and at the end of the day, that lady has failed her final year examination. So I hope that this won't bring consequence for the person that released that particular video. Now, let us go and watch the video of Mr. Peter Obi, how he was denied entry to the VVIP section. Then we come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
I am working. È un altro settore, non i settori dei cardinali. Prossima cosa. Loro devono passare di qua. Paolo, prego, da questa parte, per favore, this way please. Yeah, this way please. This way please. Okay. This way please. Mister, this way please.
There you have it. You just watched the video of Mr. Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti State, how they were allegedly denied entry into the VVIP section. I look forward to your impression about that particular video, and I will tell you what I observed in that video. From the look of things, Obi and Fayemi appears to be led in by the bishop. You would see that there's a bishop standing with them, and Obi and Fayemi appears to be led into that hall by that bishop. And naturally, Obi and Fayemi would naturally follow the bishop, because they will believe that the bishop, being a pastor, being a theological person, knows the terrain more than them. The bishop apparently has visited that particular location more than Kayode Fayemi and Mr. Peter Obi, despite that both of them are staunch Catholics and papal knights. But then again, the bishop is one of the leaders in the Catholic, so they would naturally follow him. Imagine if you get to a place and the bishop, if you are Mr. Peter Obi, and the bishop says, "Oh, follow me," definitely you would follow him. So I see it as more of a mistake from that particular bishop than that of Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi. And I don't know why people have been separating Kayode Fayemi. Maybe because the video recording is only showing his back view, but Kayode Fayemi was standing there right beside Mr. Peter Obi. So I think that the blame is more from the bishop. I stand to be corrected, and I look forward to your impression in the comment section, what you think about this. And if you look at it, I think that the bishop would have gotten them entry pass as private individuals, because let us break this thing down. Mr. Peter Obi, despite being a Papa Knight, I don't think that the Catholic will be kind of like inviting Papa Knights, because imagine how many Papa Knights that we will have in Nigeria, that we have in Nigeria and across the world, in Africa, across the globe. So I think that the invitation will be for some few people, and I think that the Catholic Church may extend some invitations to some strong bishops, some top bishops, and those bishops from Nigerian origin may have decided to kind of like make Mr. Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi their guests. So I think that Mr. Peter Obi, because he is not a government official at this point in time, Kayode Fayemi is not a government official, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the head of the Nigerian delegation, and I don't think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have given Peter Obi a slot despite being the head of the Nigerian delegation. So apparently Mr. Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi went to that particular inauguration alone. So I think that the bishop would also may have been the one that would have gotten them the entry pass as private individuals, and that justified the claim that apparently it is the bishop that is leading them in. And if you look at it very well, they seem to eventually gain access. Mr. Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi seem to eventually gain access to that VVIP section, in the sense that they at the end of the day had access to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you are not around Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there's no way you can gain access to where he is, not to talk of greeting him. You'll be looking him, from afar. If, for example, I, Omosholadeji, if I'm privileged to attend that particular event, where I will be seated will not be close to Bola Ahmed Tinubu at all. Let us be sincere with ourselves. Where I'll be sitting, I'll just be seeing Bola Ahmed Tinubu from afar. But for Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi to have access to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it means by calculation that they eventually gain access to that VVIP section, or kind of like a section that is close to it, or should I say VIP section, if not VVIP. So apparently, for them to have a straight access to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that means that they eventually gain access. And at the end of the day, they not only had access, but they had a good chat with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the picture have been flying all over the place. So I think that for me, it is more of an error I think it is an error that brought about the video of Mr. Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi, but that of Seyi Tinubu, I think that it is as a result of an avoidable mistake. I see that of Peter Obi and Kayode Fayemi as an error, and thank God Kayode Fayemi is of the APC, Mr. Peter Obi is of the Labour Party. So people that are condemning Mr. Peter Obi, or that are making a kind of like a show out of that video, some of them are APC guys, but they've forgotten that one of their stalwarts, Kayode Fayemi, a former governor and a strong ally of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is also in that particular video. But then again, I just hope that next time they definitely, anybody that is inviting them would have kind of like do his own work to avoid such embarrassment. And to Seyi Tinubu, definitely you need to check, because all this repeated embarrassment is becoming very, very embarrassing for not only you, but for Nigerians as a whole, because there seems to be one repeated embarrassment or the other. The NANS issue is still there, and now the report of embarrassment in Rome. I wish Seyi Tinubu the best of luck, but I will advise him to cease from being an overbearing son. It's been an interesting time with you on this episode. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past video. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.